Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 11. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host Noelle Winters.
Hi, Tracey.
Hi, Noelle.
Hi, Noelle.
How's it going?
Everything is okay with me. I don't know how I feel about this.
It's not
episode.
good, but here's the thing. You guys are on a ride with us, and we're going to take you for a ride. Just trust us. It's going to get better.
Well, listen, we're still watching the episodes. Listen, I love Catfish.
I love Catfish. We're still going to watch the episodes. And when the season is over, we're going to go back to not only the beginning, but also eventually the greatest hits.
I love Neve so much.
Really?
I can't take it.
What do you mean? Like you want to be his wife?
I mean, I would like to be his wife because he seems like a very, very nice person. But just in general, I would love to be like his friend.
Okay. Maybe one day.
Yeah, I would really like to be his friend. I feel like we always have the same reactions to things and it makes me happy. Okay. Cammy, very nice. And it's true. I feel like you and Cammy are very much alike.
I love her a lot.
She's so nice to everybody.
Like me.
Okay, not like you, but like if you're nice to people like you don't know. Like
I am nice to people I don't know.
I know.
People that I barely know tell you that I'm the nicest person they ever met.
I know, and it's so funny. It's like, but don't you hear how she tells me I'm poor? I'm stupid.
Yeah, but that's not my fault.
Say it.
It's not my fault. I heard this thing. It says
about you.
I heard this thing about you. They said you're poor. No, I heard this thing. It says, before you say something, think, is this necessary? Is this nice? And
I mean, you're right,
of those
though.
things. And I'm like, well, then I guess I would never talk again.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of true.
I mean, we would never be able to do this podcast or any podcast.
We wouldn't.
I'd never be able to do another podcast in general.
None.
Like I couldn't even be a guest on a podcast.
You couldn't even watch a television show.
I couldn't even be me.
Yeah. You just wouldn't be you.
I would have to get my vocal cords removed.
Yeah. You wouldn't be you.
Is this necessary or nice? Nothing I say is ever necessary.
Who the hell ever says anything necessary? Except like call 911, you know? Like what's really necessary?
911, what's your emergency?
I don't really have an emergency.
That's all. All right. Yeah. So we're here to talk about season 8, episode 43 of Catfish. This is Alexis and Jaymes. And I just want to point something out right off the bat.
Do it.
There's a lot of disrespect in this episode, and we're going to talk through it.
Oh, okay. I'm here for it.
Now we meet Emily. She's 22. She's from Ohio, and she's writing in for her friend Alexis, who met Jaymes on Tumblr 5 years ago. They've never had a phone call or a video chat. Emily is very, very soon forgotten in this episode.
She was never brought up again.
It's almost like she didn't exist. I had to wonder if I made her up, if she was a figment of my imagination.
Figment. I remember Figment in Disney.
Oh my God, that was my favorite. We've actually talked about that on other podcasts.
We have. No, you're right though. And it's like, did they just bring her on honestly to try to thwart us? At first, like, oh, it's definitely going to be Emily.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also they never referred to her ever again. So they didn't even have.
Yeah. I don't know the point.
All right. Well, obviously Neve and Cammy are listening to this. And guys, we just said something really nice about you, but now we're going to say something not necessary or nice.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Uh-huh.
So they were supposed to meet and then he ghosted her for 6 months. And she even wants to move to Canada for him.
Okay, but that makes me think there's truly something wrong with her.
That makes me know.
Yeah, right. That makes me know there's something truly wrong with her.
Also, Emily has the worst audio and video I have ever seen on this show.
I know. It's even worse than mine.
It's so bad.
It's not great.
But no one's ever had that problem before.
It's like a webcam.
It's like a webcam from 92.
Yeah, like I used to talk to my mom on a webcam like years and years ago.
Right, like you had to plug in your
like.
webcam.
Yeah, yes.
Like your mom got you a webcam for your birthday so you could see her.
She did. I had to pick it up at Best Buy.
And you were like, great.
Yeah, I was like, great.
Exactly
this is
what
fun.
I want. I want to see my mom.
Yeah.
All right, so she's like, well, maybe he was busy for 5 years.
Okay, sure.
Okay, well, I've been busy for like 10.
Yeah, but guess what? I've been busy for 10 and you and I still video chat all the time.
You know how many people this week suggested an activity that we do together? Like, hey, let's go to lunch soon. I say, absolutely.
Okay, because you're not going to go.
I never do it. I just say
Yeah.
yes. It's a very
Also,
good,
most people never follow through.
like me.
No, but I'm saying even
No,
the
I don't.
host.
Yeah.
The host doesn't either.
So it turns out that Alexis was bullied in high school.
This is a lot. This happens a lot on Catfish.
Also in life?
It's not relevant either to this.
Also in life?
No, I get it, but like, what does that have to do with
Were you
this
bullied
Catfish?
in school?
Yes.
You okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying it's right to bully anyone. I'm just saying, like, you know,
No,
here we are.
I get it, but also I feel like they always show that the person doing the catfish was always bullied.
Yes. And that's their excuse. It's
yes.
like, well, no one used to like me, so I took this picture of Will Smith and I made pretend it was me.
Right.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so they call Alexis. She joins the call. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology.
Right. Sure.
Questions?
Then you would know this is a catfish.
Not even a catfish. You would know that this is not normal behavior to try to move to Canada for a stranger, or you might want to talk on the phone with them at least once.
But that's what I mean. Like she is checked out. She is not well.
Okay. I will say that I definitely know this. And as we talk, I'm going to show you why.
Okay.
So she was also homeschooled because she couldn't take the bullying.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's terrible.
So she first met Jaymes on Tumblr. Then they exchanged Facebook.
Tumblr is so emo.
I know. And then now they talk on Discord.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. So I
Matt
know that
talks on Discord to people he plays video games with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
He does.
I can't believe you're still married.
I know. They're talking about like strategies.
Great. That sounds fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just like almost like a very weird message board app.
Interesting. Okay. Because
Right.
I have no idea what that means. Yeah.
So she said that maybe he didn't want to talk to her on the phone because he doesn't like his voice. So he doesn't talk.
Right. Also, like, you're not the person hearing it.
Right.
Like,
but even if you talk like by yourself or just speak out loud, like, do you go out and just sign language?
So you don't talk.
Are you ASLing instead?
Right. You don't. You don't order food at a restaurant. Okay. That's
you
good.
Just point. You only go to restaurants with pictures on the menu.
Oh, I've served many people like that too, though.
So now, oh well, yes. So on New Year's Eve,
Mm-hmm.
she told Jaymes that she loved him, and then dot.
He said it back.
He messaged her a few days later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, a few days later.
Yeah. I bet here, Tracey.
But we used to talk every day.
Yeah, but New Year's is a very bad time.
It's a very hard time for him
Yeah.
for no reason.
But that's what I mean. Why didn't they give us a reason?
Don't drop clues and then never follow through with them.
Right.
All right. So in 2018, that is when Jaymes ghosted Alexis.
Right.
So we find out she keeps saying he has health issues.
But what does that mean? Asthma?
Well, he has the same thing that if you're watching 90 Day Fiance, Danielle was dating a man that had toenail issues.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Well,
He
no,
had to get surgery.
So she reveals that he's trans.
Right.
And so basically what she's saying is the health issues is that he's going to be transitioning soon.
Okay.
So he's having a hard time in his body right now.
Okay.
So he wasn't identifying as a man at first when they first met.
Right.
So he came out to her while they were
Right.
still friends. So he's also sent her flowers for her graduation. And
Very
she said that
nice.
she sent records to him. So they've exchanged gifts.
And so that means he is in Canada.
Or someone's in Canada.
Right.
And then we have Neve and Canny. Canny is so nice.
Canny.
Canny. I love Canny. Neve and Cammy are reaching hard.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're like, let's do some ASMR.
I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, ASMR. Did you hear how they were like whispering and like
Yes.
making noises?
Uh-huh.
ASMR is things that people like to hear, and it's usually like soft sounds.
That's what it is. I always see people writing that like on Reddit, and I never
Mhm.
know what that is.
Yeah, ASMR. Like
Interesting.
if you want to do the rest of the podcast in ASMR, we can. So Michelle commented on his IG pic.
Oh, see, that creeps me out. I don't actually like that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So someone named Michelle commented on his
Yes.
Instagram pic
Yes.
and said, "Love you, cowboy."
It's like, oh, okay. That's a very interesting thing to say.
And they were like, all right, obviously we have to call Michelle.
Yes.
So we call Michelle. This is the most scripted phone call in the history of Catfish.
Like Polo's conversation.
Yes. It was I think it was worse.
This was, I don't know.
Okay,
It's like everyone has this conversation.
Okay, I want you to be Neve. And let's just do a really bad scripted conversation. But you're just regular Neve. I'm the scripted person.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Michelle.
Who would this be on the telephone?
I have a question for
you.
You
have a question for me?
I saw you on Instagram and you commented on James's picture. James Moon.
James? Why would you be asking about James?
Well,
I do not know why you would be asking about him.
But you said love you, cowboy.
Yes, that's because he is my friend. Thank you.
Do you know each other in real life?
Ooh, yes, we used to work together.
Okay, in Canada?
I have to go.
Oh.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah, you're right.
That's what it was like.
Okay.
It was very bad acting. If they wanted, if Catfish ever needs anyone to do a good phone call, and like, I'm a good actress.
Tracy's good at it.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, so Michelle never met him. They've only texted, and he had sent her a book and a postcard because he worked in a bookstore.
Right.
Okay. And also they Google image searched everything, nothing.
Right. Nothing comes up.
Also, Michelle says, wait, let's do that phone call over again. Let's say goodbye. Say goodbye to me.
Okay. Okay, Michelle. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Goodbye, Mr. Catfish Man. Michelle, what's going on with
I know.
you?
Shut up, Michelle.
Loosen up.
I guess I didn't realize it was scripted until you said it.
It was pretty bad. So now we go to his Facebook, and a friend named Asma commented on his pictures.
Right.
And then we find out that he has another profile. It says JJ.
Right.
So they message Asma, and Asma calls from work, and I like how. Okay, let's ask me if I know. Let's do I'm Asma. Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Asma.
Hello.
Asma, do you have a friend named James?
Who is this?
This is Neve from Catfish.
Catfish?
The TV show. Have you heard of it?
Kind of. Why does everyone kind of know the
I know.
show?
It's like, here's the thing. You know you watch the show. Everyone knows
but everyone
what
knows what it is, even if you don't watch
Agreed.
it.
Agreed.
These are like the prime age ranges.
Everyone knows who Catfish is.
Sort of. I think I've heard my friend talk about it one time. So she's like, oh, are you talking about Nate?
In Ohio.
That's Jay's boyfriend in Ohio. And then she goes, I have to go.
Bye. My mom's calling. Bye. I have to go back to work.
Bye. I'm a doctor, and I was in the middle of surgery.
I paused just for you, Neve.
So Cammie says something, throwing the most shade ever that
what did she
don't
say?
even realize. She says, she's talking about James, and she said, why would you catfish as this very normal looking guy?
I mean, that's true.
But what she's saying is,
right,
he's not good looking enough to use his picture.
Oh.
That's what she means.
Oh, that's pretty terrible. I didn't even think about it like that. Wow.
I do notice that in almost every episode, if it's someone that's actually good looking, they will point out that they're good looking.
They always point out that they're good looking.
And if they're not, they try not to say anything about them.
No, you're right. And especially like if Neve meets someone who's good looking. Oh, look at you. You're so beautiful.
Why would you use another picture? You're very beautiful. Yeah. And then when they see like a troll come up, they're like, oh, we see why you used that other picture.
Right. Oh, wow. Okay. That makes sense.
If I was on Catfish and Neve didn't say anything about me being ridiculously good looking, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. You would be like, I'm doing this all wrong.
So now Alexis also knows about both the profiles. They thought they found something like very, new.
Yeah, nothing. And it was not scandalous at all.
Okay. So here's how I know there's something wrong with Alexis.
Why?
Her reactions to what they're saying are just like not matching what they're saying.
What do you mean?
They're just like, oh, there's two profiles for him. And she's like, okay.
Well, because she doesn't care who it is.
That's correct. That
She's
is correct.
desperate.
Yes, we saw this on another episode of Catfish in the beginning.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, oh, whoever it is, it's like, well, actually, it's a wolf.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they're like,
well,
that's fine.
yeah, that's fine.
I like wolves.
I love
mean,
wolves. I just
I am
didn't tell you
allergic
that
to-
in the begin with.
I'm allergic to dogs, but I hope it's not the same thing.
But I started my allergy shots. Like, we'll make it work.
So she's just okay with everything, even if Jay has a boyfriend. And Cammie says, this is a quote, I would be pissed if my boyfriend had a boyfriend.
I mean, I would be pissed if I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah, of course I'd be pissed. It's a betrayal.
So Cammie said, listen, stop making excuses.
Yes.
Be a person. And she's like, well, I just don't want to make him look bad on television.
Right. Because she doesn't want to talk shit.
Because she doesn't want to get rejected.
Because she doesn't want to get rejected. Yeah. And she wants whoever it is to want her. It doesn't matter who it is.
Exactly. So now Neve messages Jaymes, and he's like, we want to have you guys meet. And Jaymes basically is like, oh, I don't think I really want to do that. I'm not ready to tell the truth or whatever.
Show who I am. Right.
And he's like, well, if you care about her the way she cares about you, and he's like, all right, well, I don't really want to mess up our friendship, so I'll do it.
And so that's the key word, friendship. And they're like, oh, wait, is this just platonic and you don't realize it? Like, is this a one-sided love, basically?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So now the reveal.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
It's him. It's just him.
Hello.
Now we're calling him Jaymes this whole time. Not only are we calling him Jaymes, the episode name is Alexis and Jaymes.
Yes.
They ask him what he would like to be called, and he's like, Jay.
Right. So why is the episode not Alexis and Jay? Mm-hmm.
Just throwing out that. Also, if you like to be called Jay, your best friend doesn't know that?
Right. See, that I didn't understand. Why wouldn't she know that?
I don't know. Well, Jay was scared that Alexis wouldn't accept him. That's not true.
Okay, here's the thing.
She did. You came out to her. You sent her real pictures.
I have all the way bad vibes for Jay.
100%.
All the way.
Lying.
Yes.
All the way.
I have on Catfish, I've seen people full of it. This person is 100% full of it.
All the way full of it. And said like, oh, well, I just have like dysphoria and I am anxiety.
Then you wouldn't have. Then why'd you have a boyfriend? How did you meet your boyfriend? If you have anxiety and I understand you have some problems about how you can't feel yourself, but you can't talk on the phone.
Your best friend.
Right. But you had a boyfriend. You had a boyfriend.
Did you talk to your boyfriend?
You were right.
Get Nate on the line, Noelle.
But it's like, come on. That's what they should have gotten was Nate.
Yep. So now Jay is also going to be going for consultations for the medical procedures and the transition. So he reveals November 2020, he had a boyfriend named Nate for 3 to 4 months in person.
Right. So what was interesting to me was Nate is in Ohio and he's in Canada. Jay's in Canada. Right. So it's like, how did that work?
Right. Yeah. It was in person.
Yeah. It was I was so confused by that too.
Also, 11/20/20 was the pandemic and the Canadian borders were closed. Okay, cool.
Right. There's something very fishy here.
This isn't real. Okay. So now Jay said, I don't want to mess up my relationship with my best friend.
Right. Dun, dun, dun. Friend.
But if she wants an exclusive relationship, I will have an exclusive relationship with her.
Okay. But like, you're not even excited about her.
And this is when Neve puts on pause.
And I love him. Yeah.
And he's like, what is wrong with this guy?
Right. Like, what's happening?
What is happening with this guy? He's not nice. He's selfish.
He's being so like go with the flow about it. Like, oh, okay, if she likes me, I like her. It's just so weird.
Anything you like, I like.
And the problem is that she has that very pick me energy.
All the way.
Yep.
And it's like, Alexis, do you think you would like to maybe one time talk on the phone with this person?
Right. Before. Because here's the thing, like Alexis is cute. We've seen a lot of gross people on the show. Alexis isn't gross.
Alexis is cute, and I got to tell you, Jay is regular.
Right. Right. They're both regular.
Jay's pictures that he sent out are way grosser than what he looks like.
Okay. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, Jay looks so much better on this Zoom than in the pictures.
Yeah.
His skin, everything. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was just me.
Yeah. I'm like, he's cute.
Yeah. Same thing.
Okay. And she's cute. So what's the problem?
So what is the problem? There is a problem though.
There's a giant problem. It's illness of the mental.
Yes. On both ends.
100%. It is the desperation of Alexis combined with the attention that Jay needs.
It's almost like, okay, I can't diagnose anybody, but
Why?
Jay shows me some narcissistic tendencies because like he needs that attention. He
does,
thriving.
But he's also using his transition. He's using keywords that trans people might use.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, well, I didn't think that she would accept me.
Right. But that's your best friend. Of course, your best friend accepted you.
But also, you're not revealing anything to her. You revealed it 2 years ago.
Right. So what were you worried about being accepted about?
So you said, hey, I'm a trans man. And she said, cool.
And she's in love with you.
Cool. I love you. I want to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you. And he's like, right. You would accept me.
Right.
She told him, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You ghosted her.
Yes.
You ghosted her for 6 months. They were supposed to meet up. So he ghosted her.
And you were so in love with her back that you were in another relationship.
That's how, because he didn't want to mess up their friendship. And honestly, can I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
That's why I always say no to you.
Oh, is that why? You don't want to mess up our friendship?
Yeah, I like you.
Oh, you're stupid.
But I'm not in love with you.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Because I might be a little bit in love with you, I think.
Now, I know you are because well, I don't want to reveal your secrets, but you do on New Year's Eve, a very hard night for me. You know what's funny? New Year's Eve is a very hard night for me.
No, I know, but why is it a very hard night for Jay?
Well, maybe Jay has the same problem as me, and Jay really doesn't like being around people that are partying and drinking.
Drunk people. Also, maybe Jay doesn't want to drive with all the drunk drivers on the road. Me
and Jay are the same.
I was expecting her to be like, Jay's
whole family
died.
Jay's whole family got killed in a car accident with cancer.
But that's what I was expecting. Yes. Mm-hmm. Car accident, cancer combo.
And he needed money for their funeral.
Yes. Okay. So when they were talking about sending stuff, I'm like, she's going to say she sent money. She's going to say she sent money. And like, I wonder if she has it. She just didn't say it.
Exactly. So Neve has this private talk with Cammie and they're like, all right, let's get Alexis by herself. Mm-hmm. And they're like, Alexis, what do you think? And she's like, this is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah. She's like, I want a full-on exclusive, serious relationship. And they're like, hello?
They tell her to please be more confident.
Yeah, because she's not.
Okay, so then they bring him back in the room and she professes her love. And he said, that's a very difficult thing for me to say. And she's like, but you are in love with me.
Right.
And he's like, sure. I
just don't understand. She's just like, she's so genuine in how she feels to Jay.
Right.
And Jay is so like lukewarm back.
Lukewarm? It's not lukewarm. It's not even
a thing. Yeah.
You're not even in the same pool.
Right. But like, you're not in love with her. Like it's so obvious when people are in love.
Yeah. All the way. Also, I love her response.
What?
Can I change my relationship status on Facebook?
Okay, but that's funny because I think that was my first question to Matt too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, can I change my... And he was like, no. So...
Please don't.
Please don't do that.
You're like, you're in love with me, right? And he's like, sure.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it. All right.
Do you remember when I married you guys and at your wedding, I was like, do you, Matt, take Noelle to be your lawfully wedded wife to love and to hold or blah, blah, blah. He was like, sure.
Yeah, sure.
I was like, say you love her. And he's like, it's pretty hard for me to say.
And then he's like,
I
yeah,
just
I
feel
guess
like maybe she won't like me. Maybe she doesn't like me.
maybe she doesn't accept me.
Maybe she doesn't like me at all. So now Jay starts talking about his depression, his anxiety.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I get very bored. I fall asleep and then I wake up and the screen is black and it says, oh, they're going to plan on meeting up after COVID and they're super excited to meet.
Okay. Now I would like
Cool story, bro.
To find out if they have. I would like to know.
It's not going to be me because there's no way that I can find out because I don't want to talk to these people.
No, it's not going to be me because like nobody's likable. There's nobody likable. There's either pathetic or there's lying. Like I don't, you know what I mean?
And they're using each other for whatever they
That's
need.
the thing. They're using each other. Yes, I agree with you on this. It's like using in tandem.
Tandem use.
Tandem use. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like a yin and yang of use and use.
Tandem.
Oh man, Tracey, I don't know, but I would like to say something. On all of the seasons of Catfish, there hasn't been, usually it would just be like one catfish per season would be the real person.
Yeah.
And this season, it's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. It's so many of the real people. It's like, what are you doing? I don't want this. This is not what I want for Catfish.
This is not what I want. I
want Katy Perry.
I want Katy Perry back. I wanted them to reveal someone with a chainsaw.
Right.
Been like, I'm going to come to your house right now. Thanks for the records.
Yeah. I want like crazy. And I'm telling you, we're going to have to, at some point, they got to change the Zoom. I know I love Zoom.
Okay. Well,
I need them to be in a park.
Emily was, I know. Guys,
go
back to Catfish Park.
Go back to Catfish Park, guys.
I know. I think that Teen Mom has been using it too much to film.
They have, right. They're probably have it like,
they're like, hey guys, can you guys call production? We're going to film tomorrow in Catfish Park. And they're like, actually, Teen Mom 2 has that reserved.
Leah and Victoria.
He's going to talk about her period. And her addiction and her tumor.
Yes. And her tumor. Yes.
Oh God. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want this episode earlier than you could ever imagine, make sure you're joining our elite tier on Patreon, patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you can get over 200 bonus episodes of our podcast BS, which is the bomb diggity.
Yeah. Thebomb.com.
Also, 16 and pregnant trash talk, unexpected trash talk, 90-day fiance self-quarantine trash talk, everything that you could ever want. You could join our secret group. You get a free sticker. It's crazy, crazy, crazy pants. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. And if you want to talk about the show or the podcast, make sure you go over to the Facebook group, Catfish Trash Talk on Facebook. Follow me and Noelle on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Trixie Tuzini, TRIXIE and Noelle is Noe Girl on Instagram and Twitter as well. Make sure if you're listening to this podcast, you're leaving a 5-star rating and an amazing review, telling us what you love about the podcast. And we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.